Hello to everyone. This is my second time in Central Asia. First time was in 2015, 11 years ago, and now the things have changed completely. In this video, I'm gonna tell you what is the most important that you need to know if you decided to travel around Central Asia by motorcycle in 2026. So if you have nothing to do, grab your favorite drink and stay with me. All right, as usual, this video is going to be one shot. I don't have any possibility to edit it, so if I make some mistakes, please excuse myself. The place I am at the moment, it's just outside of Dushanbe, and this is the only quiet location that I have found. It's not pretty, and I have some companions, one cow here and another two over there. But as I said, this was the most quiet place that I have found, and a place where I can film this video in just a normal way. All right, as usual, I have a list of things that I would like to tell you because I don't want to forget anything. The first one, what changed? The first one is access to the place. There are no required visas anymore, at least for most of the countries around the world. Last time when I was here in 2015, I needed 7 different visas. Now I needed only 2, one for Russia and one for Turkmenistan, if you decided to go to Turkmenistan. I made a detailed video about Turkmenistan last week, and if you haven't watched it, you can find it in the channel and watch it. When you don't have visas, everything is much more easier to do, because you don't rely on specific numbers, specific dates, specific schedules, and you can be more flexible and also save you a lot of money. Some things also change in the negative ways. For example, a few borders are closed. Until the 3rd of July, Azerbaijan land borders were all closed. Maybe now they open it, maybe don't, I don't know. But if you decided to go to Azerbaijan, you might need to reschedule your plans. Another one border was closed. This is Tajan border. This is the border between Russia and Kazakhstan in the northwest location of Kazakhstan. Was also closed for cars. It was open only for trucks, and this forced you, if you decided to skip Turkmenistan, it forced you to ride all the way to the eastern part of Uzbekistan and enter Uzbekistan from the level of Samarkand, and completely miss Khiva, Bukhara and many more interesting places in Uzbekistan. This is a good information to know if you decided to travel over there. Just a second. What else was important? Number 3, money. Now, when I was here in 2015, the only currency that was accepted was cash. Now in 2026, in most of the countries, at least to all of the countries that I have been so far, cards are very well acceptable, which was impossible to even think before, because they just did not even recognize anything. Now it's much easier in many places. Actually in 90% of the places, I'm able to pay my petrol or food or anything with Visa or MasterCards. Only in Turkmenistan was not possible, but over there the rules are completely different, that's why. But now cards are very well accepted. If they do not accept cards, in the worst scenario, you can always draw cash from the ATMs and use a local currency, which is also good to have always some cash with you in the case your card doesn't work. But with money now is much more easier than before. Number 4, prices. Well, prices moved up, and I will say they are double now. I used to pay in this area for hotels around $10 per person. Now it's about $20 per person. There are some exceptions here and there. You can find the cheaper accommodations, but normally, usually the price goes around $20 per person. It is the same here. It will be the same around Pamir Highway, where all of these guest houses were. They used to be, as I said, $10. Now the guys here informed me that they are $20. So the prices moved significantly. The price of the petrol also moved up. Now here in Tajikistan, petrol is about $1.20, and around Pamir Highway, where in some places we will be forced to buy petrol from local people, might go even to about $2. This is a big difference now. When I'm talking about the petrol, it is much easier to find it now. It used to be complicated, and that's why always people think about big petrol tanks and petrol cans to carry with them, because the petrol was not that accessible. But now everything is easy. Last time when I was here, the largest distance without gas station was in Uzbekistan, from Khiva to Bukhara, 450 kilometers, without any petrol stations. And I was forced to buy somewhere in the middle of the road petrol from the locals. But now on that road there are at least 10 different petrol stations. Now petrol is very well spread everywhere, and basically you don't need anything with you. Just for a peace of mind, you can have a jerry can with you and fill it up with petrol when you need it, but it's not that necessary. As I said before, maybe in a few places on the Pamir highway, especially on the Vakhan corridor where we plan to go, it will be necessary, but not in all other places. Communications. Number 6 is communications. It is still good if you know Russian, because the people here, they don't speak English very well. You might find a few young people to respond on English, but in general, Russian is what you need. So my advice is learn at least a few words, or at least learn how to read the alphabet, because it will be much easier for you. It's not that you cannot make it without any language. Of course you're gonna make it, but it's gonna be much more difficult for you, and you won't experience it the same way. If you're able to communicate with people, man, you will open completely new world. Now, number 7, road conditions. This is something that you might like or also might not. If you are coming here for adventure, to riding off-road, to have this unforgivable experience, to test your motorcycle, your limits, you'll be surprised to see that most of the roads that were dirt roads now are perfect asphalt. For example, the conditions of the roads in Uzbekistan were very difficult before. It was not a technical off-road, but they were very dusty, double lane traffic, potholes and stuff like that. Now everything is new highways and very easy to travel. The same in Tajikistan so far. Perfect roads, the mountain roads are also perfect. Everything changed. For example, 2 days ago I went to Iskander Kul Lake, and it used to be a dirt road to get there, but now it's asphalt. It's much easier to go. Also, when I was there 11 years ago, we were alone. Me and my friend were the only people who visited the lake. Now it's converted to something like a resort, and it's traffic everywhere. I don't know, it's completely different story. So you might be surprised. Also, on the Pamir highway, there are 2 different roads. Ones go on the top level, on the second go down on the south through Vakhan corridor. The Vakhan corridor is still dirt road, but the top one, they almost made it asphalt. There are some sections with dirt roads, but it's almost asphalt from everywhere. That's why we are going now to Vakhan corridor, to experience at least some kind of remoteness and to have a different experience. So keep in mind that many roads might change, or they change actually, and you might be surprised covering the whole distance without any off-road if you don't plan accordingly. Now, next one, number 8, heat. This is something that did not change at all. It is hot now at the moment. What time it is? 9:30, and it is already 36 degrees. The last 10 days we were riding every day on 40 plus degrees. This is something that some people might not be able to accept. It is hard. Just I have a lot of videos about how to ride a motorcycle on heat. Go back and watch them, because you cannot prepare your body that easy. You need some specific rules, and if you don't follow these rules, you'll be in trouble. It is very easy to dehydrate yourself, to drop all of your electrolytes, and then you're gonna have a big problem. You're not gonna experience the same way that you should do before. Another thing that does not change as well, this is the high altitude. From here we're gonna start climbing 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 meters, and if you're not prepared for this, for high altitude, it's gonna be a problem. And when you have a problem, when you don't feel well, you're not gonna enjoy this trip. And the whole purpose of the trip is to have a fun, yeah? But if you don't feel good, you're not gonna have any fun. That's why it's so important to prepare yourself. I also have a videos about high altitude. Go and find it, watch it, and follow these instructions. Otherwise, you're not gonna enjoy the trip at all. So, number 9, safety. From safety point of view, there is nothing to worry about. A minimum safety measures will help you to go through the whole region without any problems. People in general are very good. Of course, they are very curious. They will ask you many questions. They will try to be always around you, but they are not bad at all. They don't make it with any bad intentions. You don't need to worry about it. About the security of your motorcycle, more or less the same story. Yesterday I spoke with the guy here, local guy from Dushanbe, and he told me that in the last 10 years they don't basically have any crime, just very minimum, because the government got very strict measures and everything is stopped now, no problems whatsoever. And now, number 10, conclusions, the last point. Is it difficult now to ride around Central Asia, to make this Silk Road trip or Pamir Highway trip, whatever you want to name it? No, it is not difficult. If you prepare yourself well, it is easy to do it. But if you skip some important moments like heat, like high altitude, like money wise, and all of these things, you might come in a very difficult situation. Another problem, for example, are tires. You have to find a proper tires that will last the whole journey, or you have to find places where you can buy tires, and there are not that many. For example, yesterday in Dushanbe, we were not able to find any tires, and we only found one second-hand tire for my motorcycle, because we planned our tires with a friend who is coming from Kyrgyzstan and shipped his motorcycle, but the guys who shipped the motorcycle forgot the tires in Poland, so we were left without any tires, and now we have a partly problem. I hope that we're gonna solve it, and the tires that we have at the moment will survive until Osh, where we will be able to buy another set of tires. But this could be a problem if you don't plan it well. The second problem are tubes. You cannot easily find tubes as well. So, for example, we've got already 2 flat tires, and we replace it with 2 different tubes, and now it's difficult to find tubes. Yesterday we spent a couple of hours in Dushanbe just to realize that they don't even have tubes in Dushanbe. So the next point is going to be Osh, which is more than 1,000 kilometers away. All of these things again confirm my words that I always preach all the time. Preparation is the key for success. You have to be prepared well, and then maybe the preparation needs to be done even more than you will need it. But if everything goes smooth, that means that you did it well. That's everything. I talk a lot about all of these things, important things, in my online course, Adventure Riding Without Illusions. Over there, for only 6 hours, you can gain information that took me more than 15 years to learn. I will leave it in the description down below. Let me know if you have any questions. The internet here is not so good, but I'll try to reply to you as quick as possible. Anyway, ride safe, keep smiling, and see you in the next video. Ciao.